This usually be the food of the player.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is week 32 of 2017, and yeah, another good week. Rocking and rolling. Knocked out 18 total reps on my Saturday, Sunday, Monday strength work. As you're going to see on the volume, on the pause squats, just did sets of 2. Ended up doing 9 sets because they're really hard, and that's actually probably going to change, probably starting next week. More on that in a moment. The question I had for Saturday was simply, where is your head at? Because after doing squats, moved on to bench press and completely forgot that I'm supposed to pause these on my chest. And so after I did this set, I was like, well, just going to have to do the set again and do it properly. So I ended up getting a little extra bench work, a little extra bench volume than planned. So anyway, I'm glad I'm beast enough that I can handle 2 sets of 2 with 225. Yeah, so anyway, last week I recalibrated my diet state. Basically, I took a new body fat measurement, and I don't know if I told you guys the formula that I use for that. It's actually real simple, and all you need is a tape measure and some math, which, as we mentioned last week, is your friend. So for dudes, all you got to do is measure your neck circumference and your waist circumference, like at your belly button, because that's what I like to call the fat waist, as opposed to your actual waist, which is slightly higher and narrower. Anyway, the formula is what is used by the U.S. Navy, I believe, to determine body fat percentage. And according to some of the people that I watch on YouTube, it's actually pretty darn close to the really expensive methods, you know, like DEXA or BOD-POD or underwater weighing, etc., etc. Yeah, so pause these next screens if you're interested. First one is if you are 5'9.5" or shorter, like me, and the next one is if you are taller than that. And what you do is you just look up for the intersection between your height and the difference between your waist and neck measurement, and the cell that intersects will tell you your body fat percentage, which is awesome. So for me, it has me at 14%, and what I do is I take off a couple percent for like a safety factor. And then, so I'm using 11, and what I'm doing is using that to calculate my daily deficit. And if you recall, I'm using 25 calories per pound of fat per day to try and make sure I'm not losing lean mass. Yeah. Oh, and one last thing, if there are ladies watching, I'm pretty sure you have an extra measurement to take, I think hip measurement, and you definitely have different tables to use than us dudes. So if you do want that, you have to Google search like U.S. Navy body fat test or something like that, and it should come right up. Yeah, so earlier made reference to I'm probably gonna make some changes to the workout, mostly because I'm getting pretty tired. Definitely feeling a little run down, a little beat up, and I noticed when I actually look back at the training log, I've actually been pushing the volume up for the last 8 weeks now. And as you guys know, I normally go about 5 weeks before taking a deload, so I am like way overdue. Oh, another thing that's on my mind is I kind of want to start taking some workload off of my squat volume, mostly because I want to dissipate some of the fatigue in my legs, because the race, 5K race, is actually coming up. I think I got about 3 weeks until the race or something like that, so kind of want to start prepping for that and be nice and fresh for that stuff. Even with the fatigue and feeling a little beat up, though, it was still a good week of lifting, especially on hump day. Oh yeah. As usual, I've been hitting 340 on my low bar back squat with the belt, and it's still moving pretty well. So I think I might actually take a shot in the near future at a new strength to body weight ratio record for myself. No idea when exactly that's going to be, if it's going to be next week or later, but stay tuned, that'll probably be occurring soon. And the only thing with benching that I'm planning on changing is Sunday's close grip routine, because right now 215 on the bar for a bazillion reps is getting a little too difficult. And I think it was actually Dorian Yates that I saw in an interview that mentioned only time he had injuries in his career was during dieting, and I've noticed this kind of effect myself before. When things start to get really difficult, that's kind of a warning sign that injuries may be occurring soon, so you better take action. And this week's volume update, yeah, up a good like 4,700 pounds from last week. Definitely a good week in the books, but we're probably going to top out here for a while and wait until I'm eating full calories again before we get on the crazy volume bandwagon once again. And 2017 goals update screen, no injuries, hooray! And 11K chin-up challenge, we're currently at 75.82, and the 7 million pounds challenge for the year, we're at 4.9 million, most likely going over 5 million next week. Yeah. And last but not least, diet data screen. Yeah, not a huge amount of progress on the scale this week. That happens. But you just got to remember, keep applying sound principles consistently, and you get there eventually. Never mind what the stupid scale says. So anyway, going to keep calories the same next week, and that's about it. All right, peeps. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.